Hello and welcome back to my page. My name is Jeff. I'm here on YouTube and also on Facebook, so you can be watching it on one or the other. My page is for people 50 and up to review video games for the VR headset, the Quest 2, Quest 3, 3S, Quest Pro, or any other Quest headsets that they come out with after this, because hopefully you can still play all these games in the future. I am 62 years old. My wife is fast approaching 60, and we love VR headsets games. Now, to give you a little thing, I'm not a gamer. All right, I'm 62. The last home gaming system I had was the original Atari 2600 back in like 1978, 79, 80, those years. And I had nothing between the Atari 2600 and the Quest. Because, I was a young adult and I was out I had like 2 and 3 jobs at a time, and I had to pay for apartments and houses, and got married and got divorced and got remarried and so on and so forth. So I never had time for any of these Super Nintendos, Super Nintendos, any of the PlayStations, anything in between the two. And my wife purchased this for me for the pandemic to give me a little something to do, and I have been busy playing ever since. I own over 500 games. None of these games are sponsored by the people who make them. None of my reviews are sponsored by anybody. I'm just an independent guy. I don't have any scripts and I don't have any editing, so I will make mistakes, but that's okay. We all make mistakes. Today we're going to do Vader Immortal Episode 2. We did Episode 1, probably a month and a half or so ago, maybe 2 months ago now, depending on when you're watching this. And what I want to say is, I have all 3. There's 3 Vader Immortals, Episode 1, 2, and 3. And what you got to know about this is, you really shouldn't skip one over the others. You should really get Vader Immortal 1, because that will teach you about using the lightsaber. Here in Vader Immortal 2, you start using the Force. And in Vader Immortal 3, you will also use the electric force. You'll get to use blasters and thermal detonators and all kinds of stuff. So you really shouldn't skip one to the other, because the training you get in all 3 will help, or the first one will help in the second, first and second in the third, so on and so forth. So here we are. Vader Immortal 3. And let's see if I'm going to bring up a button here. Here we go. Now, people, you might see this on the internet. Some of the early reviews of this, because this game has been out for over 4 years now, is one of the early first ones that the Quest, and back then it wasn't called it was the Oculus Quest, and now it's the Meta Quest, because of course, Zuckerberg buys everything. But anyways, there is a point to this, and I don't know if I can go back, but there is a line here that will say story. And if you go to the story, and this is what people did. They played the first button, which was back then the story. It's still there. I don't know if I can get back to that. But what the story was, and they didn't realize it, was that the story is nothing more than putting you into a Star Wars type story line, but it is the tutorial, and it's a tutorial to teach you how to use the lightsaber. And you'll follow this robot around, and it'll teach you how to climb, and it'll teach you how to do this, that, and the other thing. But I tell people, that's the tutorial, and they'll argue with me. They'll say, no, that's the game. That's why it's called Vader Immortal. Well, if they were smart enough, they'd go back and try it and figure out you cannot die and you cannot kill Darth Vader in the tutorial, because it is a tutorial. You could stand there all frickin' day and you would never die, no matter how many shots you took or how many slashes. You cannot beat Darth Vader, and Darth Vader cannot beat you. The storyline is, from point A to point B, you're the winner no matter what. The real game is in the dojo. And here I am at the dojo. I have actually finished all 3 of these. Vader Immortal Episode 1, 2, and 3. And when I switched from the 2 to the Quest 3, a lot of my games lost all their things that your progressions. So I had to start over. And this was one I did last night because I had to start this over thinking I was going to do this today. And I had, see, these are little accommodations that you can get. Accommodations. And I got up to level 15 and then I missed one. And this is what it looks like normally. They'll be blank. And let's see how... It won't show you, but there are 150 of these. I believe there's like 40, I want to say like 45 different levels that you have to get through to get all 150. And if you do, as you get eliminations, as you get these accommodations, you get rewarded for things. For instance, I got rewarded with all these different, like the blue kyber crystal, and the green, the yellow, the purple, the red. Qui-Gon's lightsaber, blue kyber crystal, 2 Obi-Wan's lightsaber. That's where I'm at now, and that's what I have. Something else I got was gloves. You start out with the smuggler's gloves, which are brown. Then you go to these blue ones, and then when I get 55 out of the 150, it'll unlock the next thing. There's a data pad that as you're playing the game, this data pad will give you information. This is more or less things like something Yoda would say or something the Darth Vader would say. And it kind of teaches you, use the Force, so on and so forth. Let your conscious self and act on instinct. Let go, sorry. And then it goes on and on and on. And as you play the game, you unlock these dojo rules. You got to stay within the red line, which you can't see right now. There's a red line on the floor. Strike down droids. So as you start this game, so let's go back. As you start with level 1, level 1 through about 12 are more or less training in action. It'll tell you, oh, you have to kill these 3 things in so much time. All these rounds are one of 2 things. They're either timed, where you have to eliminate so many of the bad guys in the round in a certain amount of time. If you don't do it in a certain amount of time, you lose an accommodation. If you get hit by one of them, you lose an accommodation. If you do other things, you get eliminated and you get down. You can actually pass this and with 0, but you want to get as many as these as possible. So I'm going to go back. Let's go back to 12. So it starts out fairly easy, and it gets more complicated and more complicated as you go up in difficulty. There's more creatures. There's more things for you to do. So let's just start this round. This is round 15. This is where I left off last night. At about 2 in the morning, I was exhausted. My arms were really sore, because your arms will get sore from using the Force and from using the lightsaber, which is there on the desk right now. So for you, things I want to point out that's different than in episode 1, you have, see these blue levers? They all do something different. This one here, squeeze, smashes things. So if you can get one of the robots or something underneath that, you can smash it. It takes time to reload, and then you can do it again. Now this one in front, sometimes things will get in there and you can shock it. And again, it'll take time. See, it won't let me do it yet, but there, now it will. And this one here is like a grinder. It will suck anything into there that's in its way and grind it up. So that's one of the 3 new things. Also the Force, you get to pick things up. Like for instance, there's a rock. And you can throw the rock. There's another rock over there. That one's harder to pick up because that blue wants to get in the way. But I could bring it towards me. And then a new rock drops. And you can throw it wherever you want to throw it. You can also, if there's like droids or robots or whatever you're fighting against, you can grab a hold of them and cause them to fly across the room or fly into each other, so on and so forth. So I would go back, watch my first one for episode 1, and now here we are in episode 2. We're using the Force. It doesn't start until I light my lightsaber. Here we go. Now this guy will tell us we're on level 15. The red means it's unleashed, which means I have to survive a certain amount of time, and I have to kill so many things. You gotta watch out for them. Now it's a little hard to talk when I'm playing. Hard to talk and be interesting. Alright. I have to get a certain amount of kills. I think it's 100 and something. You can also just slice these guys. Sorry if I'm not talking enough. Oh, I got hit. I think it's like 107. You have to kill in time. Time is running out. I have 14 seconds. I get hit again. Dang it. Time is up. Yeah, I needed 115. I got 113. So since I was short of the 115, plus I got hit twice, I lose one of my accommodations. Now, you have a choice. If you point your lightsaber at this one, it will go back and replay this round. If you post it at this one, it will move on to the next. And as I said, as we get higher, oh no, another unleashed, 2 in a row. That's not good. Now we got the flying things. Don't want to get hit by the spit. Your best bet is to try to kill two things using one. For instance, nope, I think it got me. I gotta get used to the using the Force again. I haven't had to use the Force in a long time. You can take one bad thing and throw it into another bad thing. You kill two at once. Later on, the robots get bigger and harder to hit. Oh. really listen for the warnings. And your arm gets really tired. Oh! I didn't outduck that one. And you can fight these guys. Oh! This is quite an exercise for old guys like me. 20 seconds left. It's really a two-handed game. And it is best to play standing. Well, I did win a green kyber crystal. I got 151. Better than my last one. I did get all three on this one. Oh, and my shoulder is killing me. So let's go. Rewards. I got the green kyber crystal. Let's confirm. And I need 50 out of 150 to get the next one. What about the gloves? I need 55 out of 150. Let's go back. How many do I have? 47. So I need to finish around 17 and 18 to get the next two. And I got you can go back at any time and get the around 15. You can go back and get that missing one. Some of these are a little easier than others, but like I said, it gets more difficult the higher you go. I believe there was 47 levels. I think it was 45 or 47. Might be 45 levels. No, it is 47 levels on this game that you have to work through. Getting 3 accommodations for each. And whoo, my arm is killing me. I should have maybe worked out a little. Let's go to the main menu. As you want to quit? Yes, confirm. So we're going to go back to the main menu, and I'll show you a little bit. But anyways, much later in this game, I think it's the last round or two, there will be some big, tall, in the future couple of rounds, there will be some bigger, rounder robots, some that are spinning robots. There's different kind of bots that will come after you. And then in the last round are these really tall walking robots that have a long, kind of a lightsaber sort of thing, sort of like Darth Maul with 2 ends. And they'll whip that around at you. And it is really difficult. Those guys are tough to get through. So we were in the Light Dojo. That's where Lightsaber Dojo. This is what I'm talking about. The story experience. That is where you're in the game or you're in a movie. It gives you the feeling like you're in a Star Wars movie. And you know, if you're in a movie, you know how the ending is going to end because good guys always win, blah, blah, blah. Here's a setting I want to show you. Comfort settings. So if you are prone to more motion sickness, you can have some of that darkness come around. Locomotion, when you're in, this is for basically for when you're in the story. You can have different motions if you want to teleport, if you want to move, just walking. Of course, the dojo doesn't have that, so you can choose all these different things. Let's go back. Here's very important. You can play seated. I find it difficult, but maybe it'll be good for you. What that will do is, even though you're seated, it will raise you up so it's more like you're standing. So you can do that. I have mine off. I like to stand because sometimes you have to move from one side to the other side very quickly. And let's see if I can get that back. There we go. So I prefer to stand, but you can play seated. We have visual assistant. That's for the hearing impaired, so it will tell you when something is about to attack you. 360 mode. I have it in off. 360 mode means that the creatures, the monsters, and the robots and the droids will come from all three sides. Now that is a real challenge. I was only playing 180, so it's from my right to my left and in front of me. But with 360, you're going to have to turn all the way around, facing the opposite direction, and be hit from all sides. So I would suggest playing it off first until you get used to playing the game, and then turning it on, because 360 will be much harder. Let's actually turn that on, okay? And let's go back to the dojo, and we'll pick a lower level to show you this on, where they are all around you. All right, so here's that square, the red one, not the yellow one. The yellow one's my boundary, which you do need at least a 6.5 by a 6.5 foot space. As you see, my boundary is a little bit bigger than this base and a lot longer, but if you step out of your boundary, things will happen so that you will have to be, it will stop you and make you turn back. So let's see, let's look at the let's go back. We'll go back to level 10. I'm not sure what that is, but I'll start the round, and this should be in a 360. Hopefully it won't be one of the red rounds, because the red rounds are really difficult. All right, let's see what we got. All right, 10. Here we go. 360. So they can be anywhere around me. I think this round was just I had to kill so many of these robots in the 37 seconds that it gives me. Yep, that was it. So they didn't come from all around me. I'll have to go up to a higher level. This is nice too. If you let go, it comes back. Alright, let's go to a higher level where I'll actually have people around me. Let's go, we'll go to 15, the one where I'm missing one. Just to show you. So this should have these creatures and the robots and the droids from all directions. Oh no, I forgot this was a red one. Here, I'm going to get out of that, and I'm going to go to 17. Yeah, so let's go one ahead. It won't be a red line, a red run. Red rum! Red rum! Okay, here we go. And if you know that, that little quote there, good for you, you're my age. Alright, what's going on? Not much. Oh, one behind me. Oh, I did it. I got it in time. Anikin's lightsaber. All right. Here's a little of the wisdom I was talking about. Jedi wisdom. I did in less than 30 seconds. That will become my new best time. All right, let's do one more. 18. Because that didn't really have much of a 360. I had one thing behind me. Sometimes the flying droid, training droids will go behind you, fly behind you. All right, 18, here we go. Two behind me. Alright, this is on a timer. 6 seconds, 5 seconds. I gotta get them both. Got them. Alright. Woo. Let yourself go. Yoda. You see Yoda? All right, one more, and then we'll call it a video for you. Oh no! Now you have to outlast the time, not get shot and killed, and you have to do so many kills. Remember to watch behind me. Oh, nobody behind me. Oh! I heard him. Oh! Too late. Seconds left. Looking at the big clock upstairs. Oh! Seconds. You don't want those guys to spit their yellow goo up on you, and you don't want them to hit you. Oh, there he is. Missed him. All right. I won the yellow gloves. You needed 89 eliminations. I got 123, so I got all three. Woo! All right, let's look at the yellow gloves. Rewards. What am I? Anikin. Let's go with Anikin's. Yes. And gloves. Yellow gloves. All right, so there's the yellow gloves. We're going to go to 20. As you hear, as an old man, I am breathing heavy. My left shoulder, the one I use the Force for, is very tense right now and hurts. All right, Anakin's lightsaber. All right, I'll finish this round and call it a here comes bigger. Uh-oh, missed him. Bigger I forgot the robots can go at 360. He got sucked in, and they're all dead. Oh. So some of these droids that you'll see flying around, they will change. Got all three again. They will change and become ones that have saws in them, and the saws spin and will hit you. There's also some that are blue that are harder to hit, that will have a force field around them. So you have to hit it once to knock the force field down, and then a second time to take it out. And the second time has to be within seconds of the first hit. So it's got to be like hit. You got to do it really quick, really fast. Like I said, this game is a good exercise. It's fun. If you love the Star Wars movie, and anybody 50 and up, the Star Wars 4, 5, and 6, then you're probably going to love this game. 4, 5, and 6, those were the ones with Luke Skywalker and Han Solo and Chewie. The original 3. The first ones that came out in, what was it, 70, 77, 80 or 81, and like 83. The original 3. Anyways, on a scale of 1 to 10, Vader Immortal 2, I give this a 10. And the reason I give this a 10 is, as you see, it looks great. It plays great. I've had this for 4 years. This is an original game created through Oculus, back when it was called Oculus, and also with the Star Wars guys, the people from Star Wars who made Star Wars. They're all part of this. So, and I've never had a problem. I've never had a glitch, or at least anything important in this game. It's been since the beginning. All the Vader Immortals, which are all Oculus originals, work wonders. There's never a problem with them. Like some of the games we get now, you take them out of the box, or not out of the box, but you play them for the first time, and there's all kinds of problems and glitches and things that just don't go right, and then you have to fix them and fix them and fix them. I've never, ever had a problem with any of the Vader Immortals, 1, 2, or 3. In the next Vader Immortal, we will do 3. That will probably be in about a month or so from today, from when this is being posted. And that one gets even harder. And it's a different location, different than this. In fact, in the third one, you can choose from 2 different locations. I think you have to earn so many accommodations, and then it opens it up so that you can actually play in a different location. You'll also have stormtroopers. You'll have these a couple of different giant robots after you. You do have blasters that you can use. You have thermal detonators. It's just fun. And we'll get to episode 3 in a month or 2 from now. But I give this a 10 because it's replayable and replayable and replayable. I've probably played this game thousands of times, 1, 2, and 3, 1,000 times each, because you're always going back to try to get those accommodations so that you can get a different lightsaber or a different blade or different gloves or a different location. So there's just so much to this game. I never get tired of it. 4 years I've been playing this game. I've never tired of it. So until next time, my name is Jeff. I was your host for today's video here on YouTube and on Facebook. Videos that appear on YouTube will then 1 week later appear on Facebook. So YouTube's a week ahead, but there are things on Facebook that are not on YouTube, and things on YouTube that are not on the Facebook. So each of them have their own exclusive videos and postings. Because on Facebook, I can post a picture. I can do all kinds of different things on Facebook that I can't do here on YouTube. And things on YouTube that just won't appear on Facebook because it's a visual thing. So, check them both out. Please, on Facebook and on YouTube, give it a thumbs up. That's like the old-fashioned, like when we were kids and we give each other a high five. It's the same thing. You give me a high five. If you subscribe to the YouTube channel, it does not cost a thing. It just allows you to know next time I post something, it'll give you a notice on YouTube saying, hey, Jeff posted something you might be interested in. And on Facebook, if you give us a thumbs up, it's the same kind of thing. Nice high five. And if you follow, you'll get a notice saying Jeff posted something today. And again, all free. Everything here is free. I don't charge for anything. I'm not charging people. Some people charge for visiting their pages. I do not get paid. As of this moment, I have not made a cent. I have, like 135 viewers, followers on YouTube, and probably 25 on Facebook. Both pages are still very, very new. Even though we only have 135 here on YouTube, we're going for 1 million visitors or 1 million followers or whatever they call it. And on Facebook, I have 25 followers, and we're going for 100. And we want you to come along with us. So if you know anybody who's 50 and above who is thinking about getting a VR headset, or may have gotten one for Christmas or a birthday present or something else, and they don't know what games they might want to buy and which games they want to pass over, show them my page on Facebook and on YouTube. They get a little extended version. None of this is hosted or sponsored by any of the creators of the games. So you're going to get good, honest reviews from somebody who's 62 years old. And right now, my arm and shoulder is killing me. So until next time, thank you and bye-bye.